Hey guys, it's Jill. Welcome to my channel. This video is going to be the mid-year freakout book tag. I'm going to be talking about all of my favorite books so far of 2023. First question is the best book you read so far in 2023, and I'm definitely going to say that that is going to be ACOTAR and the Heartstopper series. The Heartstopper series is about two high school guys. They deal with your typical high school problems like bullying and, for them specifically, coming out, and it's just such a heartwarming series. I would really recommend it if you are interested. And then ACOTAR, this is about a human girl who has to go to a different realm called like a fairy realm, and there she meets a guy, and it's just so good. I love this book so much. That does not do it justice at all, that little blurb I just said. It definitely gives Beauty and the Beast vibes, but I also know some other tales are kind of woven into this as well. And yeah, I cannot stop talking about this. Literally, my friend texted me last week and asked if I liked this book, and I was like giddy talking about it because it's just that good. And with that, the next question is the best sequel that you read so far in 2023. And honestly, I'm not really a series girl. I can only think of a few series I've really read in the past, like The Hunger Games, Divergent, kind of those dystopian ones. And I guess like Heartstopper was a series, but anyways, the best sequel that I've read so far is, of course, Akhimov. I just finished this recently, like a week-ish ago. It's such an amazing book, and I really felt when I was reading this, like, how have I lived so far in life without reading this whole series, honestly. That kind of feeling I got from this book, which doesn't really happen, like, ever for me. But yeah, this is the best sequel I read in 2023 so far. And I did rate this one 4 stars, but I feel like I might bump it up to like 4.5. But I rated this one 5 stars. I do think I like this one better, but now knowing what I know from this one, I feel like if I reread them, I would definitely like this one better. But this one still just has like a special place in my heart. Akhimov definitely lived up to the hype because people said this was their favorite one of the whole series, and I definitely understand why. The next question is, what is a new release book that you haven't read yet but you want to? And that would be Meet Me at the Lake by Carly Fortune. I got this when I was home a few weeks ago at a local bookstore, and I do want to get to it, but I definitely think I'm gonna finish ACOTAR series first. I probably won't stop talking about this in this video, but yeah, I want to read this. I also want to read The True Love Experiment by Christina Lauren, and I don't have the physical book with me, but I want to read that one. And then I also want to read Love Theoretically by Ali Hazelwood, because I generally, well, I didn't love I did like The Love Hypothesis, but I didn't love the second one that she came out with. I can't think of the name right now, but I am really excited to read Love Theoretically, and that one I'm pretty sure came out just like last week or 2 weeks ago at this point. So I definitely want to get those ones as well. And the next question is, what are the most anticipated books for the second half of the year? And for me, that would be Wildfire by Hannah Grace. I did read Icebreaker and I did DNF it. However, I said this in a video a while ago, but I didn't DNF it because I didn't like it. I DNF'd it because it was on my phone, and I kind of just realized I don't like reading on my phone. I definitely prefer like a paperback or just a physical book in general. So I didn't finish that one, and also that one's kind of a long book, but I do want to give her another shot with Wildfire? Oh yeah, Wildfire. Because I did like the writing, and I really liked the way that she set up the characters. I thought the characters, everyone says this, but the characters were really good at communicating with each other, which I feel like in romance doesn't happen very often. So I am really looking forward to that to come out. Another new release that I'm anticipating this year is A Curse for True Love, which is the 3rd book in the, I have it here actually, the Once Upon a Broken Heart series. And that one's coming out like October, September maybe. I can't remember the date exactly, but I haven't read the second one of this yet, and I feel like I might wait to read the second one until the 3rd one comes out, because then I can just read them both together. And I actually saw the other day that Ali Hazelwood is coming out with another book at the end of, or like the second half of this year, and it's called Check and Mate. So I'm also looking forward for that one to come out. And then another release that I'm looking forward to is by Lynn Painter, and it's called Betting on You. I don't know what it's about at all, but I feel like Lynn Painter, I still need to read Better Than the Movies by her, but I did read The Do-Over by her, and everyone just hypes up her books so much, so I do want to read some more from her. The next question is a book that was the biggest surprise, and I took this in a good way, like you didn't think you were gonna like it. Sorry, you liked it better than you thought you were gonna like it, like it was surprisingly good, I guess. And that would be Lunar Love by Lauren Kung Jessen. I loved this book so much. I rated it 5 stars. This is about, what was her name? Olivia. And she and her family has like this very long traditional matchmaking business. And then this guy comes up with an app that's also matchmaking, which kind of has a similar premise to her family's matchmaking business, which she's kind of not a fan of, obviously, because she feels like she's been ripped off and her family's been ripped off. And then they meet, of course, and this was just such a really good surprise. And I definitely didn't anticipate this because I think that this is Lauren's first book. I'm pretty sure, at least. And yeah, I was pleasantly surprised, and if she comes out with more books, I will definitely be reading them. Another surprise, I don't have the book with me because I let my sister borrow it, but it was Happy Place by Emily Henry, and that's because I only have read, what's it called? People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry. I did not like that book. I wouldn't say I completely hated it. I think I rated it like 3 stars, but I just found it so forgettable for me personally. I could not tell you what that book was about. So when Happy Place was coming out, I was kind of like, okay, like maybe I'll pick it up, but I didn't think I was gonna love it as much as I did, and I ended up rating it, I believe, 4.5 stars, which is pretty high for me. I feel like most books, I generally will rate 3 stars. I think my average rating on Goodreads is like a 3 point something. So yeah, most books are like a 3 star for me. If I don't hate it but don't love it, I'll do, well, I mean, that makes sense, but most of them are 3 stars for me. I didn't get that special 5-star feeling, but I did really like it, and I thought that the ending and everything was good. It had like found family, and I would say it's definitely a great summer read as well. And then a third book for this category of the biggest surprise was, or is it biggest or best? Biggest surprise, whatever. It was All Your Perfects by Colleen Hoover, and I didn't like this book at the start, actually. The main character, I felt like it was difficult for me personally to relate to her. I haven't gone through the things that she was talking about. I didn't understand what she was saying, really. But by the end of the book, I was really invested in the relationship and in everything that was going on, and it just had such a great message at the end of it too, I found. But I didn't rate it 5 stars. It was like a 4.5 again, because there was one thing that happens, and whenever this happens, I like just feel like I can't rate it 5 stars. But yeah, I really liked that book too. The next question is so easy for me to answer, and this is, who is your new favorite author? That would definitely be Sarah J. Maas. I only have the 3 books here with me now, but I just am so in love with this series so far, and I'm really looking forward to finishing the ACOTAR series. And then this year in 2023, I also want to read the Throne of Glass series. That series is so long though, it's a little bit intimidating, but I've heard from some people that they like the Throne of Glass series even better than ACOTAR, and that's even better, which I don't even know how it could get better than this. So I'm really looking forward to being able to read those ones, hopefully sometime this year too. These answers might start to be getting a little bit repetitive, but the next question is, who is your new favorite crush? And obviously that's Rysand from Asimov. Well, he's also kind of in this one too. You need to read this to find out because it's self-explanatory. And for the next question, it is the books that made you cry, and they've been all the books I've already talked about. ACOTAR, I cried so much in it, and then the Heartstopper series, I cried in like a few of the books. I can't remember now which ones it was. And then I also cried reading All Your Perfects. Those are the 3 for that category. The second to last question, the most beautiful book that you've bought so far. I don't know, I don't really feel like too many of the books that I've read thus far have like super pretty covers, but I do really like the Once Upon a Broken Heart cover. I think it's super unique and pretty, so I guess I would say that one. But yeah, I don't know, I feel like a lot of fantasy books have really pretty covers, but I've only recently gotten into fantasy, so I'm just gonna go with this for now. And then the last question, okay, sorry that the lighting's kind of changed. I had to stop using my light because it kept dying on me, so now I'm just using natural light. But the last question is, what are the books that you need to read by the end of the year? And that would definitely be By a Thread by Lucy Score. I've been wanting to read this one for so long. I'm pretty sure I got this one a few months ago, and I've heard a lot of people say how good this one is, but I don't know, I just feel like I haven't been in the mood for this one yet. But I definitely will get this done by the end of the year. And some more books I want to read by the end of the year is rereading the Hunger Games series. And I read these in elementary school, I think high school too, but I just loved this series, or I remember loving this series, and obviously like the movies are so good as well. So I just want to reread them and just like relive that, I guess. And then another series that I want to reread is the Delirium series, which I also read when I was in like elementary-ish, high school, which I also remember really liking as well. And then there's probably many more, but the last book that I can think of off the top of my head that I want to read by the end of the year is Fourth Wing. I'm pretty sure it's a romantasy as well, and from the people that I've seen talk about it, pretty much everyone has rated it 5 stars. So I'm really interested to get my hands on that, but it's sold out for like a month on Indigo, and then it's sold out on Amazon Canada, so I think I will have to be waiting a few months until I'm able to read that one. But that is going to be it for this mid-year freakout book tag. Here are some of the books. You can't see the ones that are lower, but these are all of the books that I talked about today, and that almost just fell on my face. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you've read any of these books, or if you just have any general book recommendations for me, I would love to hear your thoughts in a comment down below. Don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to my channel for more book content, and I will see you in a new video coming soon. Bye!